Welcome to Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy here at the Minnesota Flyers gym here with Phil Hansen, a gymnast. No, just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
Now we're talking about a new program, a pilot program starting up here. Actually, it's going on right now at the Minnesota Flyers, a program that will provide the gymnastics experience or just physical experience for all kids. And Phil, you were the one that you were the one that brought this program to Detroit Lakes, and I wanted you to tell us a little bit about the impetus for this program.
Well, there's a lot of partners that happened, but I guess I got the ball rolling about last year about this time, just getting into the school year. I was just looking for more activities, physical fitness activities for my daughter who has special needs. And so I'd always heard some really good things about TNT Fitness in Fargo. So I stopped in one day, just out of the blue, just walked in, and the first thing I saw when I walked in was a boy in a wheelchair on a trampoline going up and down. He was screaming and yelling and having a heck of a time. And at the end of that meeting, at the end of about an hour there, I talked to the executive director and I said, is there any way you could bring your program or what you do here out to Detroit Lakes? And they said, just let me talk to my board. And we got together again after Christmas. And they said, we would like to replicate what we do in Detroit Lakes. I said, well, how do you do that? And they said, well, you guys have a gymnastics facility down there called Minnesota Flyers. I said, oh, yeah, I've heard of that place. So we did a pilot at the end of the last school year, 3 Fridays, where we brought some kids over here to see if we could operate this. Well, we did, and we decided to go forward with it. Minnesota Flyers was on board. The school was on board, which was, we couldn't do it in the morning, we couldn't do it at night, we had to do it during the day, so that we needed the school on board. It's a rec and leisure program through the school, and we kicked it off the start of the school year. We meet here every Tuesday with kids from the high school, the middle school, and the grade schools. We come over here and take them through the programming here.
All right, so it's another option, another way for kids to get to be active, really, too. There aren't too many other options for kids.
Well, my daughter's special needs, and I said, and it's true, I wanted to see my daughter sweat. I've never seen that. She's 12 years old, and with the facilities you see behind us, we can get her heart rate elevated, and it's a mortality issue for her. She needs to get more physical activity, and this is one way to do it. And all the things, the byproducts that come with it too, vestibular stuff that I don't even know about, but all those things, kids in wheelchairs, they don't get the chance to pound their feet on the ground every day. So in these trampolines, they feel some of those things, and I'm not an expert at it, but it's good stuff, and it really warms your heart. They're excited about it, but they're getting other physical and occupational therapies that they so desperately need.
All right, so you have the kids come in here in Detroit Lakes at the Minnesota Flyers gym. How many kids, and is it open to anyone?
Well, right now, the school, we're taking a class from each school. We would like to get more kids, but as time goes on and we see the benefits of this, I think more kids will be coming. And eventually, I'd like this Minnesota Flyers to be a hub for the surrounding communities. Frazee, Perham, Pelican, Waban, all bring their special needs kids here for the benefits they receive.
All right, Phil Hansen talking about a new program here at Minnesota Flyers, a pilot program happening here for kids with special needs, another option for them to become more physically active. Now, Phil, you mentioned your daughter have you seen an improvement in her, ability to sweat and just her well-being?
I've stopped by a few times, and the few times I have, I've seen her do some things on some parallel bars over here I didn't know she was capable of doing. So we have a Parents' Day coming up too in November, so all the kids with special needs programs can come in here, learn a little bit, just like the paras and all the school people are learning what we're doing here. They can come in and see what their kids are accomplishing. So that'll be rewarding to see the parents show up on that day.
All right, very good. We're going to talk to a couple of staff here at Minnesota Flyers coming up next on Hometown Happenings. Phil, thanks so much.
You bet.
Welcome back to Hometown Happenings, back at the Minnesota Flyers gym here with Judy Rue and Seat. And there are a couple of people, of course, that keep things going here at Minnesota Flyers. And Judy, I'm going to have you talk a little bit about Minnesota Flyers and this pilot program, a little bit, maybe the organization of it all.
Okay. Well, we've got a great thing going over here at Minnesota Flyers. We've got high school gymnasts, we've got team gymnasts, we've got recreational gymnastics. And in the past, we've tried to get some special needs things going here. We have a small class on Saturday morning we've had for years. The school has brought kids in, maybe in the spring they'll come 1 time or 4 times. And we've always tried to grow it and do something more, and we just haven't been able to get there yet. And now we've got something really good that's starting. I'm really excited.
All right. So, when Phil brought this idea, you had a little bit of a class for special needs kids, but what does this ultimately do? Is this a little bit more in depth, a little bit longer?
This is just on it's just a bigger scale. It's working with the schools. It's getting kids in during the school day. We've got a beautiful facility here that is empty almost every day. And partnering with the school, bringing groups of kids in for physical fitness, using gymnastics equipment, using other equipment. It's really going well so far, and we can see that the potential is just huge to bring in, like Phil said, surrounding communities and really give children with special needs a chance to get their heart going, get moving, have a great time here, and that's exciting.
All right. Thanks, Judy. Seat, I wanted to bring you in and tell us a little bit about maybe the training that you've gone through and the training, what you put the kids through, when the kids come in, what actually happens.
To me, we've been doing this for about 4 weeks now, and it's a big eye-opener. The special needs community actually will have a place to be now because personally, I would cheerleading gymnastics. It's a hard sport, and for the kids, even normal kids, it's hard. But bringing in special needs kids and to see them excel and do what the normal kids can do, and just to get them, like Phil said, the longevity of their life is very rewarding to see, and then their smiles. Mm-hmm. And it's we have a facility that's really safe for everybody, and it's learning how the physical part of it. To me, it's familiar, but mentally, it's how to actually interact with the special needs kids. Mm-hmm. And it's I'm being a sponge right now from this program, and I would love to learn more about it. And yeah, it's very rewarding. Okay. And I think the community needs to know that we have a place here for everybody. And
so when kids come in here, what is a typical session, say?
Well, it goes pretty fast. Where it's an hour long. They have to bus them here. Nate and I, he's one of the leads here that's training me in from TNT, and we set everything up, circuits. We have a cardio circuit, a balance circuit, a physical upper body, lower body circuit, and when we put them all through there 2 or 3 times, because we don't have a lot of time, so within that short period of time, they're breathing hard, they're sweating, and they're having a great time. Even going on the tramp for you and I, it's easy. But for them, it's different for them. They have never been on a trampoline before. But most of them are 4 weeks. They're getting used to it. They're being like pros. Some of them are doing forward rolls now, and it's like, wow.
Well, and I think, like Phil was talking about, even just the benefits, the physical benefits, but just to have the kids laughing. I mean, that's something we take for granted, but not all the special needs kids have that chance or opportunity, but that really gets them going. And
yeah, there's not a lot of places here for special needs kids. They can go bowling, they can go swimming, but, we have a place here that, like I said, I stress again, that is safe for the special needs community, and they can come in here and feel comfortable doing all the activities what a normal kid can do, and it's very good for them. So.
All right. Okay, well, Seat, thank you so much, and Judy Rue here at Minnesota Flyers Gym, and also Phil Hansen, and thanks for tuning in. Hometown Happenings. I'm Carol McCarthy, TV3.